And so we go on to the next one. It is the team of Queen's Quest, Azumi, Saya Kamitani, Utami, Hayashishita, taking on Arbarenbo, GE, Emisore, Mirai, and Syuri from God's Eye. I'm going to let Mel take this one.
Whew, okay, this one was fun. I think we finally saw the original like person that Suri was before she was going into this challenge with Giulia. We saw her being a lot more expressive, a lot more verbal, a little bit more animated in the face. Still vicious as all heck, but she's showing a lot more range of emotion in this match than she has leading up into her fight with Giulia on the 22nd there. Um, this match was a lot of fun. Saya and Ami starting off with that high speed intensity that they have with their feud. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens when these two actually get together and have a battle for that Wonder of Stardom Championship. Um, again, nice to see Suri back to her kind of, I wouldn't say like less serious, but like certainly maybe not scary as she was in the goddess tournament there with Inaba.
Yeah.
Very, very quick this match. She's not to say that she wasn't quick before, but she was just, it was noticeable to me that she was a bit more quick, a little bit more agile, really working on putting people down and getting back up quickly to make herself look even quicker. Her gear is just incredible. I love the new look of her new gear. Last thing I have is Utami, absolute tank. I mean, she's my favorite Stardom wrestler. She's absolutely strong, absolutely powerful. Just coming in and leveling all of God's Eye there. It's just absolutely incredible the strength that she has. This match was fun. I really enjoyed how this one ended with them fighting to a draw. Like
Yeah.
that doesn't happen, but man, it happens in Stardom, and I love it.
Yeah. I'll admit I started watching this at 12:45 this morning, 12:45 a.m. And at the start, the first like 7-8 minutes, I wasn't really into it. Then at around the
Mhm.
8-9 minute mark of the match is when this one really picked up for me.
Mm.
It really kind of sucked me in. Again, and a lot of it was Ami in this. She just, I think she, out of this entire thing, was like the one that was in there more than anyone in this match. It was Ami.
Yeah.
Next would be Saya, but Ami was
Mhm.
in like a good portion. Almost half the time of her team was probably her,
Mhm.
if not a
Yeah,
little
Mirai was
more.
barely in there, yeah.
Yeah, Syuri was in there a good bit. Mirai, when she was in there, she was not in there much legally, not much, anyways. Yeah. No, I honestly great match. The ending with the spinning heel kick and the Star Crusher with Syuri breaking it up, and Saya trying to pin, like, and Saya then trying to go for the pin immediately because she
Mhm.
knows time's
Mhm.
running out. Like it was very, it was very frantic at the end, almost in a sense, but
Mhm.
I really did like that. But yeah, great match from all these women. And again, I've given my feeling on Syuri and her team before because I'm not the biggest fan of God's Eye, and
Mhm.
Suri's style to me, like, it's great, but it just doesn't suck me in as much as others.
Mhm. That's fair.
Yes, yeah, okay. No, and then Ami after the match posing with that one with the Wonder and the Future titles up on the second rope, and then Sai just comes up and snatches her title back. But I was like, hey, that match is happening soon. I can't remember what. I think it's the. I want to say January.
February 4th, isn't it?
No, January 8th show, which already happened for us, but I
I
haven't
was
seen
gonna
it yet.
say, so the one yesterday?
The one like yesterday for us, but we haven't seen it yet because it won't be on Stardom World until probably Thursday or Friday. So, god damn it,
Mm.
they still haven't dropped the. It's nice, and they still haven't dropped the show from the 6th, and I'm getting very annoyed.
I'm just saying, a Melball's available.
Do you know Japanese? That's the real question because you have to do all the typing for the stuff and.
I mean, someone else can do that. I can do the video editing. It's gonna be quicker. I'm on that.
There you go. But we move on to the main event of the evening, and it is the Bari Bari Bombers. Giulia, Mai Sakurai, and Thekla taking on Rebel Enemy. Maika, Ozaki, Maya Yukihi. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna mess that up a bunch of times. And around Kaichow. Again, I love the gear on Rebel Enemy. The fact that each had like flair and stuff to their gear, but it was all based in black. Like it was your base, and then gold trim. But then like others would have like a little bit of flair in different spots. But I like the way that their gear all matched.
It gave me like not quite Suzuki Gun vibes, but like very much Tai Chi vibes.
Yeah, I could see that there. Yeah. Again, very good match. Like it's the big. I think the big focus here was what again was Giulia kind of coming out as a champion now and showing what she really can do now that she's on top of the company. In my opinion, here was a big portion to this match. Really calm at the beginning, like it was like Giulia trying to get into wrestling with Ram, but Ram just kept circling and it wouldn't engage for like the first minute or so. But again, like Thekla, every time I watch this girl, I just want to continue. I just want to watch more and more of her because I think her timing, her instinct, her abilities in that ring are absolutely phenomenal. If it wasn't for the fact that her partner is the World of Stardom champion, I'd want her to challenge for the belt. No, but it honestly, absolutely wonderful match. There's a lot. This one had a lot. It went like 14 minutes, 38 seconds. They came up like 20 seconds shy of the time limit draw. In the end, you had was Mike, or was it my Sakurai, or Mike? No, who was that?
It was Maya
Yuki.
Wukihu.
Yuki. I wrote Yuki here. Hitting
Wukihu?
Yeah, I'm not. I just kind of write. Yeah, I just wrote Yuki because it was easier to write it that way. Yukihi or whatever. I can't.
I think it's Wukihu.
Oh, I have it written as Yukihi, but okay, maybe I'm wrong.
We'll have to investigate how to pronounce
that.
Yeah,
but Maya Yukihu, however said, gets
Rebel Army won.
The Rebel Army, like she got a submission in the end, and Maya did give up to the submission. Again, a little bit surprising that the Bari Bari Bombers didn't get the win here. But it shows dominance for Rebel Enemy. Going into this tournament, the fact that they could
Rebel Army.
I thought it was Enemy. Whatever. I have it written.
Sorry, I just noticed I have it written down as Army, so that's okay. That's okay. They're rebels.
It's Rebel Enemy. That's the name it's showing on Wikipedia and other stuff. So
well, then I have it written down on.
I'm gonna go with Enemy because that's where I got everything. But again, it's showing that this team can really deal with top performance. But again, they did get the win over technically the least experienced member of the team, but still, it's actually funny that Giulia is the youngest member of this team for the Bari Bari Bombers. The Thekla and Mai Sakurai are actually both older than Giulia. Yeah, I didn't realize that. But when they show the ages and stuff, or like in the cards at the bottom, I was just like, huh, Giulia is the youngest. Your thoughts on this match?
This one was fun. I mean, I echo your sentiment about Thekla. Thekla is one of my favorites. Her speed and agility is just unparalleled. I would like to see her go after what's the title that Mayu Utami dropped for the goddess?
Oh, the SWA title.
Yeah. I think that would be an appropriate title for her to go after.
And it works because, again, Thekla is from Austria.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. And the title can only be defended from people
not of the same nationality or something.
Not the same nationality. So she could defend against pretty much anybody in the company. because
Exactly.
no matter who comes in, especially if you want to face like Zai Brookside or Mariah May, again, English and American. So, or I think actually, I think they might be both
I think they're both
English.
British. Yeah.
Yeah, Mariah May. I think. Yeah,
I think
sorry, she's both. But again, she could face off with them. She could face off with any of the Japanese girls. It gives you that opening to do that, especially like but when like girls like Mayu carry it, they have a very much limited amount of people they can work with. Right, that was a good thing when I think it was Syuri was holding it. She actually defended against Giulia at one point, but because Giulia is only part Japanese, because she's part Italian, she had that ability to be I can be Italian in this match. Yeah.
So I would personally like to see her go after that championship as opposed to a larger one right now, just because this is the like I don't really know if she's kind of been around beforehand, but this is the first time that I've kind of seen her, and I definitely prefer the people who um, beat people, former champions, on their way up to that championship level. It's just kind of like that baby face kind of pathway to take. And I definitely feel that Thekla, despite being the Black Widow kind of esque spider creepy thing, definitely more of a face within the company. The match itself, I felt was a lot of fun. The spot you mentioned with Giulia and Ram at the beginning actually was very very amusing to me, just because I thought Giulia in herself was already fairly petite. But Ram standing in front of Giulia was even like smaller.
Made her look
um,
huge.
yeah, so that was pretty funny, pretty laughable little spot. I enjoyed that. Um, the other girl, Maika Ozaki, really really enjoyed her spot when she was actually in with both Giulia and Thekla. I felt she kept up very very well with them, and performed very very well. That Maya Wukihu, I don't know how to say her name properly. She definitely was giving me the odd one out of this team vibes. Um, Whereas like Ram and Micah there were kind of like they seemed like they worked together, like they just made sense. Whereas Maya was very like, I'm pretty, I'm cute, I'm popular to boot in the group of them. But
Yeah.
again, the whole group overall gave me a Suzuki Gun Tai Chi esque feel, like overall. So I felt that camaraderie speaking, they worked very very well together.
Yeah, I thought both teams worked very well. And then there was a big spot after the match.
Mhm.
Because usually the winning team is the one that gives the speeches after the match, right? Or
Mhm.
the winning performer. So Ram says they won the first 2023 main event. No one should fuck with Rebel Enemy, is what she literally says. Like it says it in there. Um,
Mhm.
Yuki is the Yuki. She says Yuki as the leader has a few words to say, and I'm like, oh, Yuki's the leader of this team. I thought it was Ram. I honestly was. I didn't know, but I guess it's Yuki.
The only one I know of the group.
Yeah. And she says this is her first night in Stardom, or at least from what I understand from the translation on the bottom of the screen. That means she's never wrestled here before.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with because
I'm gonna guess so. I can't see them. I can't see the captions you're referring to.
yeah, but the way I understood it, reading it, I'm like, okay, she's never worked here. Interesting, because yeah, I was like, okay, you're the leader of this team, but you've never worked in this company before. Okay, interesting, but okay. And it says they want to destroy the Triangle Derby. Again, I don't know if this is translation weirdness, but it says she wants to destroy the Triangle Derby and anyone that gets in their way. Ram then gets the mic back, says they have nothing more to say. Is it okay that we just leave? And they just drop the mic and leave. It was a really awkward exit for them, almost. And this is where
Well,
Giulia
I
picks up.
mean, based on what they are, kind of seems appropriate.
This is where Giulia picks up the mic, and then Suzu Suzuki shows up and gets in the
Mhm.
ring and picks up a microphone. And Suzu says she watched her year-end match and said that Giulia looked frustrated. Again, this is me just writing up them as fast as I can. Um, She says, "It's your first time with that belt, but I'm going to take it away." And she challenges Giulia for the red belt. And then Giulia accepts the challenge. And this is the one that will be at the February 4th show.
Mm.
Yeah. And then and has a big surprise for Suzu at the, what she says, because Giulia says it'll be at the big show on February 4th and has this huge surprise for Suzu. And she says, "I want to pick this up where they left off." So these two, from reading, had a feud in Ice Ribbon, where they're both from, and Giulia up and left and came to Stardom. And then last year, a little bit before we started doing this show, Suzu and Prominence showed up in Stardom and reignited the war, and ignited a war with Donna Del Mondo. And this is just culmination of Giulia just wanting this to continue. And I'm down, because I love both of them. I'm a huge fan of Giulia. I'm a huge fan of Suzu Suzuki. And then Suzu flips her off, and Giulia like grabs her finger. It was just like interesting.
Protect the children.
Yeah, and then Giulia ends up sending everybody home. Say Happy New Year and sends everybody home. So happy. But yeah, honestly, I thought a really good start to this tournament. Fun night.
I agree. Yeah, this one, this was a really good opener for the year too. Kind of a welcome to Stardom, Happy New Year, watch wrestling, support wrestling. A very fun show.
Yeah, I had a great time watching it. And then so going forward, we are going to be covering the rest of them. I know next week we will have another show coming out for the Triangle Derby, covering the 6th, 8th, and 9th shows, because that's what we'll have available by that time to watch and record about it. I'm going to try to watch these throughout the week to make sure I'm not running behind and watching everything at the last minute like I do sometimes. But on those ones, we're not going to be going through every single match, because it's going to be a lot on every show. And this 8th show, there's, again, a couple big title matches or big feud matches we also want to talk about too. So we'll be highlighting each a couple of big matches that we find in the Triangle Derby every show. But, gotta save some time. Don't want to keep you here more than an hour. So with that said, we're getting to the hour mark. So I want to thank Rogue Energy for being a sponsor. You can check them out at rogueenergy.com. Promo code OLEPods for 10% off your order. And speaking of OLE, I want to thank them very much, because they are right up there in the top right corner, as Mel was pointing at. You can go to okay, Mel's kicking her computer around, I guess now. Go to our local establishment on Twitch. There's our local establishment, to check them out on Twitch. I know they're on Facebook at Our Local Establishment, and Instagram at OLE Podcasts. No?
I just like my line that the links will all be in the description box below.
And then I want to thank Mike the Ref, because you might be watching us on his channel on Backbreaker Video right up here. I want to thank him so much for being a great supporter of us. You can check him out at Backbreaker Video right up here, Backbreaker Media, and also on twitch.tv/Mike the Ref. He is there every Wednesday watching Dynamite with you and talking about it. So check him out. And he's doing gaming streams other days of the week. He's probably online right now as we talk. So check him out. And if you are watching us on the Backbreaker Video channel, please go check out Andre and Melball Wrestling Talk on YouTube. You can also find it on Facebook. You can please go over there, like and subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. It helps get us out there farther with more likes, more subscriptions. It shows you love us, and then you get it out to more people.
And you get to be a part of the amazing conversation, because we're always posting fun stories, news, and ideas that are coming out and in with and around NJPW and Stardom. Now, Andre, if someone's
and local wrestling too,
on social media, where are they going to find you?
You can find me scrolling on the bottom there. I'm on Twitter at That Canada Guy. I'm on Instagram at That Canada Dude. You can also find me. You can get a hold of me on our Facebook page at Andre Melball Wrestling Talk. And I'm on a couple other ones, Mastodon, and another one that I don't know. I should know those better now, because they're on my new phone. but I don't pay attention like I should to this stuff.
Yeah, because you're gonna have to help the rest of the OLE people figure all that ish out.
I
If
I
you want
haven't
to go
used them.
follow a Melball on social media, you can follow me on Twitter at Collins Melball, and you can find me on Instagram and on Facebook at Melball Collins. So that being said, Andre, I think we've come to the end of this amazing Stardom review, bringing out the Triangle Derby for Stardom here. I am your Melball. That is Andre over there. We will see you next time. Adios.